In recent years, Africa has undergone a transformative journey, one that unearths the resilience, innovation, and economic potential of a continent bursting with opportunity. It's time to redefine this place with limitless possibilities. I am Nomatha Ndebele, and this is A New Image of Africa. Stretching across 156 square kilometers, Sandton, South Africa has earned the moniker of the richest square mile in Africa. That means that there's a lot of really smart and really wealthy people living and working in South Africa's economic hub. But these guys aren't all just hanging out in Sandton. Kigali, Abuja, Kampala, Cape Town, and Gaborone have been given the distinction of being named African cities with the highest proportion of business founders. Who would have thought? These locations, and many more, show that Africa is home to some of the most brightest and most innovative minds in the world. I hate to brag though, why not see for yourself? Africa is on the precipice of something phenomenal, and you're going to want to get on that bandwagon. Not only is it one of the highest growing economies in the world, it has 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land, meaning ka-ching for Africa's agriculture industry becoming a global food powerhouse. Don't even get me started on the manufacturing sector. Manufacturing in Africa is growing at a rapid rate. Increasing urbanization and access to electricity has increased the demand for manufactured goods and the continent's capacity to produce them. From car assembly to ceramics, textiles, and even mattresses, industrial production is taking off. And trust me, you don't want to be left behind. If you're still not convinced, Africa dominates the list of the world's 20 fastest growing economies in 2024. Overall, real GDP growth for the continent is expected to average 3.8%, which is higher than the projected global averages. Pretty impressive, right? Especially considering some other continents are lagging far behind the economic gravy train. With all these smart people making things happen, I got a chance to speak to one of them. Hailing from Kenya, Beth Wambui is a leader in Africa's fintech superhub. She owns a tech startup called Mywagepay, which empowers corporate employees with financial wellness solutions. How do you feel about the economic progression in Africa?
Economic progression in Africa is great because we've seen so many startups or founders trying to solve economic-related issues. For example, there has been a lot of digital credit in Africa. And if you look, for example, in Kenya, we have seen M-Pesa being one of the unicorn. And through that, then I feel that there is a lot of good progress and good growth. Yeah, and just to narrow it down to what I do, I started Mywagepay back in 2021, and I've seen it grow from zero to I had 0 shilling when I was starting, and through the investors and everything, I've grown this company to an extent that we are doing $1.3 million. So there has been good progress.
Tell us, what does the future hold for African economies?
What the future holds for the African economy is that if we empower the youth through technology and innovation, then we are going to solve those problems. Because one of the problems that we have in Kenya or even in Africa is hunger, lack of education. And if we are able to leverage on technology and innovation, then we are going to solve those problems because we are going to use technology and innovation to come up with new ways of farming, to be able to mechanize farming, and this you are going to reduce the problem of hunger. And then in the other hand, education through technology, like having technology and also having the internet and empowering all the young people such that they are able to access that, then they will be able to solve all those problems that we have and have a generation that is now depending on themselves instead of relying on dependence from the West.
See guys, fintech is on the rise. And experts are saying that the future investment opportunities for Africa are beyond exciting. Since Africa's economy is developing at a dizzying pace, there is a huge shift to other sectors, such as retail, wholesale, tourism, and communication. The continent has now started to move away from a traditional economy to a knowledge-based economy, where digital technology and other services will play an important role in the foreseeable future. As you can see, there is an explosion of innovation, driving productivity, job creation, and above all, taking in the mullah for all our diverse communities. So, if you're thinking of investing in Africa, how about this? Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Rwanda, Kenya, and Ethiopia are the fastest growing developing economies in Africa this year. Just saying. The time is now. What are you waiting for? A new image of Africa. Picture it.